What's up, guys? Adam Shea from Primetime Guitar here, also co-founder of Hawaiian Shirt Monthly. Subscribe, we're doing a deal right now. Just kidding. Today we're going to look at Starving by Hailee Steinfeld, sorry, my bad. Pretty popular song right now. I think every time I turn on the radio, it's definitely on. Pretty cool little jam though. Got an interesting little kind of sort of jazzy guitar part to it. Nothing too complex, but it's unique, especially for pop songs. Sometimes they don't quite have a guitar part like this, but fun stuff, and we're just going to hop right into it. Alright, let's get started. This song is in the key of E major, and is basically just a regular old 4-chord song. There's going to be a couple variations of the chords that we're hitting, but for the most part it just sticks with that through the whole thing. So let's take a look at it. We're going to start out, it's going to be our E major shape. So for this, it's going to be the 0, open E, and then your first finger on the first fret of the G string, so G sharp. Alright, and then the strumming pattern is going to be the same throughout the song the whole time as well, so we're going to take a look at that. Always on the first part of the chord, it's always going to be that little motion. I pick the lower string and then pluck it with my middle finger throughout the whole song. Whatever's more comfortable to you, you could pick it like that. I think it's just a little more useful like this, but whatever gets you playing it efficiently, basically. So our first chord is going to be the E. Alright, and then we're going to have a little mute right after that. It's going to be very heavy in this song. Lots of them are mutes between every chord change, actually. So it's going to be... Alright. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of hitting it with a pick and my finger at the same time. I think muting is kind of different for everybody. So I do that kind of weird pick / palm / finger hit over here, and I mute the strings on this end. But yeah, whatever's most comfortable for you on that, but definitely going to be some mutes in here. But anyway, so it's... Okay. So after that mute, we are going to hit the F sharp, which is going to be the F sharp on the low E string, and the 2nd fret on the G string, which is going to be an A. Alright, so far we have... Alright, there's a mute right after that note too. So, alright, so that's basically half of the phrase that we're going to follow through the whole song. The next part of that, after that mute, you're going to have your first finger on the 4th fret and your 3rd finger on the 5th fret B string. First finger on the 4th fret A string, so a C sharp. It's going to be our C sharp minor chord. So that is going to be, alright, that sound. And then that is going to slide down to a 2nd fret B with your first finger. And then your 3rd finger is going to be on the 4th fret B string. Alright, so we got that. So that is going to be... Alright, so we got the C sharp chord, mute, B major chord, mute, and then that's just going to start the phrase over again, actually. So what we've got so far is... Oh, my bad. Alright, So after that whole phrase is played once, you go back and do it again, but the only difference is on the last chord, the B, your second or your third finger is going to be on the second fret of the high E string. So instead of, we're going to have this chord. Basically the same thing, just a little bit different voicing. But so all together, it's going to be alright. Outside of a better mute at the end, that is basically the whole song. There's going to be a little pre-chorus part, which I'm about to show you. It's the same chords, I believe, a little bit different played. I'm looking at this first chord as an inversion of E. We don't have to get too much into it, but it's still functioning the same way. But theory mumbo jumbo aside, the pre-chorus is going to be, alright, so that's going to be 4, a G sharp on the low E string, and then a 6 on the D string, and then a 4 on the G string. So just bar, and then have your third finger on your fret hand on the 6th string. So it's alright, and then give it a mute, and then we're going to do a 5th fret on our first finger, and then a 6th fret on the 6th fret of the G string. So, alright, so what we've got there. Alright. Alright, after your second mute there, we're going to go to a C sharp chord. Again, just a different voicing of what we've been doing. So that's going to be your first finger back on the 4th fret, and then it's going to be your third finger on the 6th fret G string, and your second finger on the 5th fret B string. Alright, so that's going to be that. And then from there we're going to slide down to first finger on the B string, and then you're going to bar with your third finger and hit the 4th strings, or 4th fret on the G and B strings. So we're going to have that. So basically the same thing, just a little bit different voicing. But so the pre-chorus part altogether is, oh, my bad. Alright, and then from there it goes into the chorus. I believe there's a guitar doing the same thing on the recording, what we've been doing so far. That whole part. But I kind of playing around with it, I also will do some strumming to it, like you know, kind of whatever you want. That would just be a E major, F sharp, C sharp minor, and a B major. It's kind of up to you what you'd like to do with that. Both sound cool. If I was maybe playing it acoustic or something, I'd definitely do the cowboy chords. Or if I was doing a rock version of it. Basically anything. All up to you though. I think that's basically the whole song, except for right before it ends. There's a little bit of variation, and we're about to check that out. So it still starts with, okay, but after that you're going to slide from your 7th fret to your 9th fret on the low E string. And then after you catch your 9th fret, you're going to hit the 9th fret of the D and G string, kind of like a little double stop. Alright, so that is slide to the 9, double stop on the 9th fret, a little mute, and then you're going to hit a 9 and 8 on that, on those same 2 strings. So And then that goes back down to the same part that we just did. Oh, my bad. Alright, and then the second time, it's basically the same thing, just a hammer on from 9 to 7 instead of a slide. Alright, and I think on that second one it kind of gives it a little slide off, but right after that it goes back into the normal. Alright, well hopefully that helped you guys out a little bit. Definitely a fun song to play. I like that guitar part a lot. It sounds cool. Cool to hear on your pop stations. I know it's not unheard of to have a cool lead guitar part like that, but it doesn't happen the most. So, but yeah, definitely on every time I get in my car, I think, like I mentioned earlier. But that being said, if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, quarrels, anything of that nature, feel free to comment below or message us or anything. We're taking suggestions for songs to look at, theory to describe, techniques to look at, shredding to do, basically anything. So yeah, if you have anything, let us know. But otherwise, I'm Adam Shea, and thank you.